Hello everyone. What a parent can do when his child doesn't even cross 10 years murders someone. Whether you consider it as a crime or a person without conscience of what he done. In a small village, Bigusari in India, a 7 years old kid stayed at his uncle and his father was a farmer and worked a lot in the fields for daily wages for survival of his family. He has been like regulus. Kind, little shy, not excited for anything, quite not thrilled for anything. His mother thought that he will be the helping hand for the family. And then they had a baby, joined the family as a sister to the kid. When all were busy and happy roaming around the baby girl, kid is playing with his cousin sister of 6 months old. And his aunt was happy by seeing this 7 years old kid. When he got chance, took his cousin into a isolation place and then he killed her by pressing hard with his hands and dashed her head with the available stone. In India, we have a tradition of leaving the bath home after marriage. If she was your sister, you would respect everything and everyone with most care for your sister's happy life. But what if your sister kid your nephew killed your child in such way? Will you file a complaint against him? Or you will be quiet? If your sister begs you not to do it, and if your sister says her child given to you, a child for child, along with whole family makes you compromise. And this made a boy get out of such a cruel action without any issue by his uncle's goodness. Maybe he did this with stupidity or with jealousy or maybe unlonely. Maybe he felt bad and sad for such thing made by him. Later days passed and everything is normal. Then he took his own sister of 8 months old from his mother's lap and took her out, did the same, kicked her, nabbed and dashed her head with rock and hid her in buried rooms in field. Parents were worried of baby missing. Later they have an eye on baby with the help of kid and found her dead body. Now, parents are much worried as they lost a baby and they're gonna lose the second one, as he was a brutal and became a serial killer. They were in such a condition that filing a complaint makes them hopeless and let him go is dangerous to everyone. At last they made a decision of letting the boy go again, as they covered up the death somehow. Few more months passed. He was quiet and normal. Then he got to know that hurting others is the only thing that can bring smile on his face and excitement. And he loved the shocking faces with fear seeing him, as he enjoys others suffer. One day, 6 months old baby Kushbu was sleeping at the primary school as her mother kept her asleep so that she can complete her home chores in 2 hours. As that was a small village, everyone knows everyone, so she was not afraid to do so. After 2 hours, Kushbu's mother returned to collect her baby, but she can't find her. She remembered that the last one at Kushbu was the 7 years old boy who was playing wild things while she was leaving others to find her baby. And then the boy, he was at home smiling to himself. Then the phone at Bhagwanpur police station in Bihar kept ringing continuously, which was quite unusual as police were engaged in usual job. Wouldn't have imagined that those phone calls would unravel one of the strongest and gruesome mystery of a serial killer. Phone calls were from the village informing that they have captured a ruthless murderer and asked the police to come and arrest the village immediately. It was then that the world knows about the youngest serial killer in the country, as the police were shocked of boy. The police thought that the parents did this and in rush left the boy. As police asked the boy what happened, boy replied that he need biscuits and then he will tell the things. After what having happened. Biscuits, he accepted the crime of killing Kushbu with a smile, which made the police speechless, and then he explained everything. And by the words of his uncle and happening things to his baby, Police were sure that this boy is serial killer, thought it as an abnormality and mental disorder in a child, as he smiled while talking about murder and less in normal things. Then they took him straight to psychiatrist and for medical examination. Psychiatrist claimed that the boy appeared to be a sadist who pleasures by hurting others. He needs some more time to give a complete report on candidate. Nandakumar, psychotherapist from AIMS, addressed the issue is due to imbalance of chemicals in the brain, and such cases were rare. But kid Amardeep Sada, intensity of action was dangerous symptom, but due to chemical reaction in brain, and conclude that as a conduct disorder. This disorder involves with dissatisfaction by doing stealing, destroying, being cruel to animals or humans, forcing sex on others, and etc. But these can be cured completely by medication. Was charged for murders proved. He was sentenced for 3 years imprisonment as he was killed, but he was kept alone for the safety of others. However, he was under custody until he was 18 and treated till he became normal and released with another identity. Such symptoms as mentioned on the screen, take necessary therapies for good lift. So the conduct disorder is common in 5% child. No much worries to be taken, but only when measures are taken.